Thank you for sparing time and attending the call. I would like to welcome the management and thank them for giving us the opportunity to host the call. We have with us today Mr. J.V. Adia, President Finance. I would now hand over the call to Mr. Adia for his opening remarks, and then we can start the Q&A session. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Raghu. Very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to extend a very warm welcome to all of you at this conference call. I do have pleasure in appraising you about our performance and financial results for Q3 fiscal year 2018. Well, before we move to industry and specifically three-wheeler industry, along with performance of the company, I would like to mention that Honorable Finance Minister, while presenting the Union Budget for the year, have attempted to accelerate the growth with increased spending of almost 21% for infrastructure, agricultural, micro-irrigation, and setting the stage for creating infrastructure in agriculture-allied activities. Obviously, their focus is on rural sector and targeting to increase the rural income. I welcome this move. Atul Auto, specifically a couple of years back, was completely addressing to that rural market, and that is going to be definitely help in a long run for the organization. We believe that such strong focus on farmers with launch of rupees 500 crore Operation Green and rupees 2,000 crore for rural infrastructure and a 150% hike in MSP of Kharif will spur strong demand for automobile products. 35,000 kilometers of road under Bharatmala to be expedited and 20% hike on infrastructure spend positive for commercial vehicle. While rupees 1 lakh crore additional outlay for infrastructure will have multiplier impact on economic growth, rupees 16,000 crore fund for rural electrification would have a positive impact on the development of EV ecosystem from a long-term perspective. However, in this budget, we were missing that there were no major announcement on providing EV infrastructure like battery manufacturing or charging infrastructure in short run. Further, scrappage policy, which is one of the most awaited policy for cleaner environment, was also missed out in this budget. We expect that going forward, government will take care of this particular issues. We view this budget as a balanced budget between growth and populism. Now, let me present the industry and subsequently would like to appraise you about the performance, and thereafter I would like to answer your queries. Friends, the overall auto industry have registered positive growth of 11.52% for the year to date in current fiscal as compared to last year's similar period. Domestic industry has grown by 11.28% and export sales have grown by 13%. We recall that last year Q3 was impacted on account of demonetization. Thus, on low base of last year's corresponding quarter, in this current year, Q3 volume growth is 52.41% and domestic market has grown by 51%, whereas export is up by 54.46%. If we compare it with quarter number 2 of current fiscal, the overall growth has remained 12.34%. In the domestic market, three-wheeler industry has grown by 15.60%, whereas international market has grown by 7%. Now, we will move towards performance of Atul Auto. For the year to date, current year, company has sold 31,120 vehicles as against 30,410 vehicles previous year. In domestic market, we have sold 28,742 vehicles as against 28,639 vehicles in previous year same period. Export sales has grown from 1,771 vehicles to 2,378 vehicles. This is how we have registered a growth of 34% in overseas volume. the quarter, company has sold 9,922 vehicles with turnover of 128 crore as against 11,043 vehicles having turnover of 149 crore in previous year same quarter. In the similar period, company had sold in quarter 2, company had sold 12,224 vehicles with turnover of 159 crore. The only reason for attaining lower volume is that we have decided to align certain business parameters for long-term perspective. Now, let us move to our key performance area. Friends, let me appraise you all the highlights and would request the audience to visit our site for the detailed results. The net profit for the quarter has remained 9 crore 70 lakhs as against 12 crore 9 lakhs in the previous year corresponding quarter. During this quarter, a company has incurred rupees 225 lakhs as one-off item for development of new product and BS6 diesel engine. EBITDA ratio for the quarter has remained 12.52%, which was 14.85% in corresponding quarter of last fiscal. In terms of profitability, we have achieved a profitability of 7.58% in current quarter as against 9.04% for the corresponding quarter last fiscal. Raw material consumption for the quarter has remained 72.71%, which was 72.41% in corresponding quarter of last fiscal. EPS for the quarter is rupees 4.42 as against rupees 5.51 in similar quarter previous year. We are still maintaining debt-free status. Friends, we are now back with our aligned business parameter, and one of the proof is company were able to sell 4,000 vehicles for the month of January. If we take a stock of situation, in first 10 months, now company is registering 7% growth compared to previous year, and we are quite confident that going ahead for next 2 months, we will be able to put up positive numbers, and year will be definitely ended with positive numbers. Now, I would like to open this floor for interaction. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We will now begin with the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on your touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handset mode while asking your question. Anyone who would like to ask a question, please press star and 1 at this time. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. The first question is from the line of Ashutosh Tiwari from Equirus Securities. Please go ahead.
Hello, sir. On this product development charges that you mentioned of 2.5 crores, this is toward BS6 diesel or petrol engine?
No, part of it is for development of BS6 diesel engine, and large part is development for new product.
Okay. So, I mean, as of now, we are buying the engine from these. Is there any plan to switch to an own engine over there?
No, we will keep on sourcing a diesel engine from Greece only as of now.
No, then why are we incurring expense for that BS6 diesel engine?
That is a new development, and obviously any OE manufacturer will ask for the contribution in development cost.
Okay. And so this is one-off, or this? I mean, when going ahead, there is some expense happening over there. Any guidance on that front for next year?
See, this would be one-off expenditure, but this is not the whole expenditure. Going forward, we may need to incur, for development of BS6 compliant vehicle. May it be for engine or it may be for vehicle as well.
Okay. And secondly, on the electric three-wheeler side, do we plan to have our own, whatever, like we have a vehicle in place basically. So would we have in-house motor controller, or we can look at sourcing that from outside only? I mean, what's the plan over there basically?
Motor controller, mostly we will keep on outsourcing as long as it gives economy, Mr. Asutosh. As of now also, we are outsourcing. Now going forward, it all depends upon economics of the particular, market and price.
Okay. And sir, any price increase was taken recently in February?
We have recently increased the price with effect from 1st February.
How much is quantum?
That is always in a range of 1–1.5%, Mr. Asutosh.
Okay, sir. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Akash Vora from Pride Financial. Please go ahead.
Hello.
Hi, Akash bhai.
Hi, sir. So just wanted to know, we've for CNG engines, we've opted that we'll be manufacturing our own engines and not buying engines from Greaves. Is there any capability issues from Greaves side, or how did we decided on that thing? Can we just have a broad view of yours, sir?
Sir, the particular product which has been configured with our engine, right, when we developed that particular product, Greaves was not having the similar configuration available in their product basket.
Okay.
Right. So that's why we have to develop our own engine.
Okay, that was the only reason, right, sir? Because we have a diesel engine tie-ups with Greaves and suddenly we have our own. So this was confusing, that's why.
I cannot comment on their capabilities, but the reality is that they, in their product basket, they did not have the similar product available.
All right. Okay, sir. So secondly, on what's the production capacity currently and utilization rate?
As of now, it is just below 70%, but I expect that it will surely improve by next year.
Okay. And capacity, if you can just say, sir?
As of now, it is 60,000 units per annum.
Okay. And any updates on the plant we were planning to open and expand the capacity by another 60,000, sir? Any update on that?
See, as of now, the status of the project is that the preliminary work is already done over there. We are going to wait for some more time and would like to just understand that how the economy is going to shape up in near future. Once we have that visibility of utilizing current year's current plant's capacity, we would start putting a project over there.
And sir, lastly, do you see demand coming aggressively back in say Q1 or Q2 of next year, or we can see that happening in second half of next year?
Well, January definitely has shown some spark, but let us wait for next couple of months and we can confirm our view on it. I expect that now, all the odds are way behind and going forward, surely, since government is also committed on spending on infrastructure, economy will take a positive shape and we would definitely participate in it.
All right. Thanks a lot, sir. All the best to you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Akash.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Abhishek Jain from HDFC Securities. Please go ahead.
Thanks for taking my question, sir. Sir, what is the status of FTA approvals in gasoline three-wheelers? As owing to delay in the company, we are not able to reap the benefit of removal of three-wheeler cap in Maharashtra. So how much time it will take?
I won't be able to comment on it, how much time it will take, because generally this is being released by the government, right? We have already applied for that. However, overall, we were able to secure approval from few more states. Now, as of now, I don't have, the list of the states where all we were able to secure the approval. The update for your specific query, that we are still in queue for obtaining approval from Maharashtra government, where we have applied for passenger three-wheeler. Although our cargo three-wheeler, we have already have approval in place.
So you have you got the approval from the Maharashtra government for the three-wheeler cargo sales in Maharashtra.
Absolutely.
For the gasoline vehicle.
And it is for vehicle.
Okay. And when it is expected in passenger carrier segment?
We expect very soon, Mr. Abhishek, but I won't be able to tell you the timeline.
So, sir, what are the key hurdles for that? Can you explain?
I cannot comment, Mr. Abhishek, what could be the key hurdles, because our vehicle has been approved by ARAI. It meets with all required standard norms which has been prescribed by Ministry of Surface. Now, why the state government is not clearing, that we also keep on asking them, and once we will have a clarity, I will share it with you.
Okay. Sir, Bajaj Auto is continuously capturing market share in the carrier goods segment and now hold 18% market share. So, what kind of the trade the company is looking in three-wheeler cargo industry, basically where the industry growth is only 5 to 6%?
See, first of all, Mr. Abhishek, cargo three-wheeler segment is likely to grow at double digit, more than 10%. One. About competition from peers, obviously it was there and it is going to be there. However, on our part, what I can tell you is, our more than 1 lakh vehicles are already flying on the road. These are, proof of the it. Definitely, we will going to have more strong strategy on sales, and will try to maintain our position into the market.
So what kind of the growth you are looking in the Q4 in carrier goods segment and in FY19?
See, my sales composition is, mix of passenger and cargo contributing almost equal stake. And I expect that when we will grow in Q4, we will be able to definitely grow in market share as well, above 15%.
Okay. Sir, if you see the export numbers in Q3, that was muted despite the strong growth of the Bajaj Auto in the same area. So, what are the reasons for that?
See, we are still in that seeding phase in export market. However, if you just, look at my export numbers, for first 9 months, our growth is almost 34% in that particular segment. We have already surpassed last full year's volume in January. I expect that we will end up the year with definitely a very decent growth. However, the volume is insignificant compared to the overall industry. The positive part is that in whatever country we have introduced our product, we are having a repeat orders from all those destinations. So next year you may find some good volume traction in overseas sales.
So what kind of the growth you are looking in overall export market in overall export in FY18?
We are, in a process of designing our business plan. Maybe during next call I will be able to spell out the figures.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Abhishek.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Abhishek Salunke from Trivikram Consultants. Please go ahead.
Good morning, sir. In the September 17 conference call, you mentioned that the company endeavors to achieve 500 exports per month. So this growth will come from existing sell markets, or are we trying to reach new markets also?
See, as of now, in whatever markets we have introduced, we have repeat orders from almost all the destinations. And 500 numbers are not that big quantity that for which we need to go in for all 33 countries where these three-wheelers are being consumed or used. I expect that it will be definitely from the destinations wherever we have introduced our product.
Okay. My second question is on our product portfolio. Sir, from our website, I have found out that company has added 6 new vehicles under the name of Atul Green. So what is our strategy on those vehicles, and are we going to sell it in only domestic market or in both markets?
Electric vehicle, as of now, it is for domestic market only.
Okay. And what is our strategy? In which states are we going to sell it?
As of now, we are selling it in Gujarat and Bihar. We will be introducing this product in few other pockets as well. Going forward, and in a year time, it will be introduced across the network.
Okay. And in the December quarter, some of the product development charges would be attributable to this product, like...
No, that is for the new product which we are developing. One is for alternative fuel three-wheeler, other is for BS6 diesel engine.
Okay, fine, sir. And my last question is on January 18 sales number. As you mentioned that the company has sold 4,000 vehicles in a month with year-on-year growth of 70% and 38% month-on-month. So is it because of new SDA approvals or new product portfolio or any other reasons like increasing dealer effects?
No. It is not because of any new SPA approval or product portfolio. It is in standard way only, and it has been in normal smooth growth path. Okay.
And lastly, can I get the export sales number for the December 17 quarter?
Sorry, we don't just give, this figure separately. However, if you would like to know the exact number, please visit Siam site.
Yeah, fine. That's much from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Abhishek.
Yeah. Thank you. The next question is from the line of Pawan Kumar from Unifi Capital. Please go ahead.
Good morning. First, I wanted to ask you about how many states we already have the alternative fuel or petrol and CNG vehicle, and how many we are going to put in the next year. How many states are pending for approvals? And number two, what is the kind of working capital in terms of receivables and inventory position, which was a bit on the higher side last quarter?
Fine. Mr. Pawan, to give you the information about what all state we have obtained approval of, alternative fuel three-wheeler, may I request you to please call personally, because generally this call is for financial performance, one. Two, about working capital position, yes, as I already mentioned in my opening remarks, we were, deliberately doing certain alignment in our business parameters, and it has definitely come down. Overall working capital cycle, we are still maintaining our debt-free status. Even the current assets has been financed through our internal accrual. And one specific thing which you were intending to ask about dealers outstanding and dealers inventory, it has come down below 50 days.
Oh, okay. And that was at around 60 days, if I am right, last quarter, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what is the progress on electric vehicles? How many we have been able to sell in Q3, and what is the plan going forward? Any kind of numbers we can look at in FY19?
Sir, won't be answering your, question on numbers. However, I can tell you that it is growing positively. We are consolidating the volume growth is, about 10% month over month, and absolute volume is now in 3 digits.
Okay. And regarding the electric vehicles itself, what is the kind of premium or what is the pricing strategy with respect to whatever existing products are there in the market? Because what we see is majorly they are from rather the unorganized segment. That's what it looks like, right?
You are perfectly right, Mr. Pawan. Under these circumstances, it is always very difficult for any brand to decide on pricing strategy. However, as of now, our pricing is at par with the market, number one. Apart from offering price at par with the whatever, solutions available in the market, we are offering warranty and quality products through our dealer network.
Okay. So we are presently offering on par with the existing competitors, right? And warranty period, what would it be, sir?
Sorry, I beg your pardon?
Warranty period, what would it be? Warranty period.
That is for first year, 12 months, except battery.
Okay. And most of these vehicle would currently, the parts would be outsourced, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Fine, sir. I'll get back in the queue. Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Karthik Gada from Valkyrie Investment Advisory. Please go ahead.
Thanks for this opportunity. So this expense of 2.5 crores, just wanted to understand more on that. This will be something which will recur every quarter for a certain number of quarters, or how should we look at it?
Mr. Karthik, it is a one-off expenditure I have already mentioned in my opening remarks. However, upgrading of the product and doing research in this particular, direction is a continuous affair for any automobile manufacturer, right? However, whatever we have incurred in quarter 3 is, for that particular model, it is one-off expenditure.
Okay. So, I mean, we cannot predict, that next, when this such sort of expense would come up or something like that, right?
Yes, you cannot predict, even we cannot predict. We definitely keep on exploring various opportunities, and whenever we come across the right opportunity, we always try to bank upon that.
Right. Okay, that's it for me. Thanks.
Mr. Karthik.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Rakesh Roy from Asset C Mehta. Please go ahead.
Morning, sir. Yeah, this is Rakesh.
Very good morning, Rakesh bhai.
Sir, my first question is regarding your new company.
Rakesh bhai, may I request you to please speak loudly so that I can hear your question?
Right, sir. Sir, may I know about your new company you started, Atul Green Automat Private Limited. Can you highlight on this company?
This company has been incorporated with a view to exploring various opportunities in e-mobility and green energy sector. Right? We have a couple of, proposals which are not in that, advanced stage. It is still in a preliminary stage. However, as a part of long-term strategy, we have incorporated this company, and we would like to explore e-mobility and various electric vehicle solutions under the flag of this company.
So it means a new product which you are going to develop is going through Atul Auto or this one, Atul?
It is same because it is a 100% own, subsidiary. So as of now, whatever products we are going to introduce, it will be under a level of Atul Auto Limited only.
Okay, sir. Sir, my next question is regarding, sir, any additional capex for this one new company in the future?
In at least next 2 months, I foresee a very minor capex. However, in next year, once we will be able to design our business plan, we will take a call on further capex on our greenfield expansion.
Right, sir. Sir, can you guide us regarding FY19? How is your outlook for FY19 top line and margin front?
See, as of now, we are quite confident for utilizing the existing plant's capacity because now all the parameters are in place. Company has got a very unique portfolio available with it. We have 350 kg, 500 kg platform. We have all fuel vehicle available in our product basket. And since overall economic environment is turning positive, I expect that we will be able to do the horizontal expansion and definitely expand our dealer network, with which I expect that we will be surely, try to attain our goal of achieving growth of about 10%.
Right. Thank you, sir, so much.
Pleasure, sir.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Raghunandan NL from MK Global. Please go ahead.
Thank you, sir, for the opportunity. On the electric vehicle side, as per the CM data, during the April to January period, we have crossed about 700 units. Just wanted to understand, going ahead, if I remember correctly, last quarter you had indicated that we are already there at Gujarat, Bihar, and we have done a pilot launch in places like Karnataka and Assam. So just wanted to know, going ahead, what would be the strategy, both in terms of penetration and also in terms of any new products coming in the electric three-wheeler segment? Thank you, sir.
Mr. Raghu, we are working upon, the updated version of the present electric vehicle, and we expect that the launch will be sometimes in next year. About penetration, we are still in the states which you have already mentioned, and expect that in next 2 quarters, we will be surely going ahead with the prominent market like Uttar Pradesh, Haryana, NCR, etc. About, having presence across the network, I think once we will launch, the improved version of the current product, we will be taking a call to introduce across the network.
Thank you, sir. And sir, on the employee cost, first quarter was 10 crore, second quarter was 11.5 crore, and third quarter has been 9 crore. Any reason for the volatility? And on a QOQ basis, this 2.5 crore drop in employee cost, any reason there?
This was one of, the policy issue which management has decided, and accordingly we had to reverse certain provision. So, it is not volatile. If you look, yearly manpower cost, it is almost, indicating the normal hike which we generally give as a, salary increment to the employee.
Understood, sir. And on other expenses, from 7.2 crore in Q2, it has increased to 9.2 crore in Q3 after excluding the product development charge. What has led to this increase on a QOQ basis?
There were certain, expenditure for marketing development and marketing costs, apart from certain packing expenditures for export sales.
And sir, on export, as per the last presentation, we were present in about 12 countries. Just wanted to understand whether any more countries have got added to that list.
No, Mr. Raghu. As of now, we are focusing on those 12 countries where we have introduced our product, and the positive news is that from all these 12 countries, we are having a repeat orders.
Thank you, sir. And on our captive finance business, Khushbu Finance, that was supporting dealers in terms of financing. So, what percentage of sales is getting supported from Khushbu Finance, and what would be the coverage target over the next couple of years?
As of now, it is hardly 8 to 10%. Going forward, definitely depending upon the opportunities available, Khushbu Auto Finance will have its own business plan, and based on their comfort and convenience, they may increase the stake.
And across which states is the support, sir?
As of now, it is in Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and Karnataka.
And so, like on the product development charge, would it be possible to put a number for FY19?
Sir, difficult to tell you as of now. Let us first create our business plan, and most probably during next phone call I will be able to answer this particular question.
Thank you, sir. Just one more query. On like November 2015, we did a soft launch for the alternative three-wheeler, and since then we have been expanding our network. What would be your estimate by when we would be present on a pan-India basis, sir?
By end of FY19.
Got it. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. That was helpful. On just one clarification on what you said on the new product in the alternative fuel segment. Is it a new platform on which several products could be rolled out?
No. It is on an existing platform, but it is going to be a new model, new version.
Understood. And when is the launch expected, sir?
Won't be able to tell you the timeline, but mostly by end of next fiscal.
End of next fiscal. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Rohit Gupta. He's an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Thanks. Sir,
I'm sorry, Mr. Gupta, we can't hear you.
Hello, is this better?
Yes, it is better. Thank you.
Sir, on the this alternative fuel vehicles, so I thought that the CNG and alternative fuel are already in the market along with your petrol passenger vehicle. Is that not so?
Yes, sir, it is. In fact, CNG kit is being attached to petrol vehicle only, sir. And that's why it is called alternative fuel.
So, but what is this new launch? Can you explain it a bit more?
It is a new model, new version with complete different aesthetic, and definitely we will try to configure it with BS6 engine.
Okay. And the powertrain and engine is developed in-house or it's being outsourced?
Engine for alternative fuel three-wheeler, it is in-house. Powertrain for electric vehicle, we are outsourcing.
Okay. And sir, can you share how has been the response for the petrol passenger three vehicle in the states that you have launched?
Sir, it is doing excellent. We have positive response month over month. My volume is improving in each of the states wherever we have introduced.
Okay. And sir, in the export market also, have you introduced the petrol and alternative fuel passenger vehicle?
Rohit bhai, the export market, largely it is catered by petrol three-wheeler, and obviously that is the solution, except one or two pockets where diesel is popular.
Okay. Thanks, that's all from my side.
Thank you, Rohit bhai.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Akash Vora from Praj Financials. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Just some clarification. We mentioned that we've done CNG in-house, but post, now are we outsourcing that to Greece, or we're still making that in-house?
Are we discussing the petrol engine?
CNG engine.
CNG engine. That is a petrol engine. Yes, sir, we are doing it in-house only. Obviously, the parts are being, sourced from dedicated vendor.
Okay. And the new BS6 diesel engine, will that be also be made in-house, or we are still continuing with Greece for that?
Continue with Greece for diesel engine.
Okay. That's it, sir.
Thank you, Akash.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Pawan Kumar from Unifi Capital. Please go ahead.
I just wanted to clarify once the specific thing about electric vehicles. So, is an RTO approval required for launch of electric vehicle also in different states? And number two, are the permits required by the drivers whoever want to actually fly the electric vehicle? How does this whole thing work?
You definitely need to obtain, approval from State Transport Authority for registration of the particular vehicle, Mr. Pawan.
Yeah.
Permits are not required to fly electric three-wheeler.
Oh, okay, sir. Fine. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the last question. I now hand the conference over to the management for closing comments.
Friends, thank you so much. We would like to thank all of you for sparing your valuable time for this con call. We would like to assure all of you that we will keep on performing definitely positively going forward. And in all fronts, looking forward for your continued support. Thank you once again, Mr. Raghu and MK, for hosting this call. And have a fantastic day ahead, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Thank you. On